Okay, so I decided I'm going to try to trade off this bike. A few people interested in it. I just want to give a review, update, kind of where it's at. Uh, Pulled off the top end, honed it out, installed brand new rings, gaskets, valve seals. Also did the magneto cover, shifter gasket, cover, clutch cover, oil filter. Cleaned the screener on this side. What else did I do to it? Completely cleaned the carburetor. Installed a new rear sprocket. What it needs still is a front fender, which I was just going to go to Princess Auto and buy one of those $20 trailer fenders and just kind of use that as a temporary one. Front brakes still need to be installed, but they actually still work pretty decent. Rear brakes are still the original ones that I got with it. Same with the front, which they look very nice. They're aftermarket and they look nice and clean. What is with all this wiring here is basically I got my 12 or 11 volts AC coming in directly from the regulator, everything else here on this black wire. The green wire goes all the way back to the tail light there, which is not installed because I never had one. And can't really see it here without turning on the light, but there's a new wiring harness that I made up for it. Can't really see it, it's hidden in there, so you can kind of see it more there, but a brand new wiring harness I made up. Dielectric greased all the connectors. You can kind of see I put a little bit extra just on there. I did a brand new air filter, new jack shaft chain, so it's a new chain. What it still needs is jack shaft bearings, which I priced them out. It's $20 a piece. It needs 2 of them. Also seals. The chain slider on this side is pretty good, but the one on here is broken on the bottom. Like it's just the plastic on there, so it's not too big of a deal. I was going to make some out of the heavy-duty nylon that I had here. Got 2 sheets of it. I do got one side cover for it. The other cover is missing. Installed new grips. They're on there pretty good. Shouldn't have glued them on yet because I was going to change the brakes levers, but I can just cut them off because the new ones I have are kind of like on this RM here, so they're the 2-piece. Grips are glued on, nice and solid. Gas cap is not included. It's actually off the RM. I just installed it because the factory one was plugged. You can see they're Swamp Fox tires. It's a 22 by 11 by 9, I believe here. Yeah. So it's actually an inch smaller than factory, but a little tiny bit wider, so it gives you a little bit of clearance for mud. Front one's the exact same size as factory. It's just what I was able to find. Brand new spark plug wire. What else can I say about it that I did? I know there's other stuff, I just can't really think of it. Normally starts up first to second kick. It also needs that to be welded on the foot peg. So if I can get to focus, there you go. It's not too big of a deal, but before I'd be standing on those pegs, which should be changed anyway because they're ugly. That should be solved, fixed. And as for the back chain, it should be changed. It's worn out, but I got a replacement chain I was going to install. No baffles in the exhaust. It's pretty loud. Normally starts up first kick every time with choke on the first notch. It's not really a cold start because I had it running an hour ago. Hatch it out, starting with the choke off. kill switch. Also, I got the complete headlight mechanism for it. I was just thinking of modding some kind of LEDs to fit in it, but I haven't had time. It's just missing the bulb. It has the holder, everything else. It all could be reinstalled. So I got that part, and all the bolts and everything for it. I also got the front chain guard for the jack shaft, but not the chain guard for the back chain. Clutch feels real nice, shifts real nice. I had it for a bit of a test drive before I tuned the carburetor, so right now the carb is still running a little bit rich, but it's not too bad. The carb I just had to clean out a little bit more than before, changed around the needle jet positions to get it to run like this. Before it wasn't revving up quite as nice, now it just revs right up nicely and has lots of power. Maybe I'll take it out sometime next week, get a video of it. Pretty much I'm just thinking of trading it more or less for a quad. The kind of quad I'm looking for mostly is an LT 250R. Could also be a Trail Boss quad, seeing I just picked one up last week, which ended up being a complete pile of shit. Complete crank was blowing, crank bearings, everything. That's what the parts are on the floor there from. I also got the Suzuki dirt bike for trade. So it's a 1994 RM250. I also have a 1977 IT175. And I could also trade the Trail Boss that needs a bit of work, or the Polaris Explorer here, which pretty much everything on it that needs to be done is done on it, so it's not too bad. Seems to run fine. Has high kilometers, but it's not too bad. So it'll probably need to redone or to be rebuilt within probably 1,000 to 2,000 kilometers. So it's not too bad. Has lots of power still. So yeah, pretty much this is where I'm going to leave this at. Yeah, it seems not to leak any oil. Leaks nothing. Runs good. Brand new tires. So those are good for a long time. I paid almost 300 and something for the 2 tires. Rear sprocket was like $50. Top end rings, everything, gaskets was another 100 or 2. Chain another like 30. Have to add up everything, but I'm sure I'm into it for probably close to $1,500 altogether. Actually, maybe not even. I'd have to add it up and find out. So trade wise, I'd value it of probably close to $1,500 trade value. You can do a search on eBay. You can do a search anywhere, see what they're selling for. If it had the side covers and a front fender and a little bit nicer, I wouldn't be letting it go under $2,000. So it's pretty good shape. Should last quite some time. So trade value wise, $1,500 is what I'd like to get. So, and also I think I have a brand new chain I could throw in, a few other parts. So I'd like to trade it for a quad. Not like I need another quad. I already have 3 of them, but another one would be better than another dirt bike. I don't need 3 quads, 3 dirt bikes. I need 4 quads, 2 dirt bikes. So trade me.